Hello, I'm Karree Belmares, and on today's episode of Beyond the Athlete, we're sitting down with Ben Azamati, who's a sprinter for West Texas A&M. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Lana.
Yeah, no problem. So, it's indoor season still, and you run the 60-meter dash as well as the 200-meter dash. From what I've heard and seen, you're extremely fast, and your stats back it up. At the season opener for indoor, you dropped a time of 6.61 seconds in the 60-meter, which automatically qualified you for the national meet.
That's right.
Were you expecting to run a qualifying time the first meet, or was that a shock to you as well?
I would say it wasn't really a shock to me, looking at my practice, the times I was running and everything, It looked good, and then, going into the meet, I'm an athlete, so anytime you get to be on the tracks, you have to perform better than you are doing previously. So going into the meet, I just had it in mind to go better my personal best. So I went in there, and then I was able to run good times that, had me have the Lone Star Conference record. So I felt proud of myself. I was happy with the performance. And then it motivated me, and then it gave me a lot of confidence going into the second meet.
That's good. Confidence is a good thing.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind before a race?
So before a race, I have something I do called the mental imagery. When I get behind the blocks, I just picture myself, before the gun goes out, I just picture myself, going into the blocks, having my dry face, running past everyone, getting to the finish line, and celebrating. I think it helps me focus on myself and then not think about whoever that I'm competing against. So it really helps me a lot as I'm able to just think about myself and think about, running a better time. So that is what I do.
Yeah, I think it's important to just focus on your race. That's all that you can do. At the Lone Star Conference meet a few weekends ago, you not only won both the 60-meter and the 200, but you set records in both.
Yeah.
That's amazing to me. But were you pleased with your performance?
Yes, I was pleased with my performance. I mean, you just have to take the little victories where you have them. So, with the 200, I was pleased with myself. Going into the competition, though I had the record for the Lone Star Conference in the 60, I had to get the championship record too. So I was like, I just have to go in there and then break that record and have my name in the record books. For the 200, I wasn't the favorite, but, I always look at, running a better time than I do previously. So going in there, I just had the mindset of, running a better time. But then I went there and I was able to win and I was able to run a good time. I was happy, I was pleased with my performance. And then it gives me a lot of confidence when I look at the records that I set there. So it helps me to do more, and then it motivates me a lot.
It's good. You have that drive, that athletic mentality. I can see that. With NCAA championships coming up, have you changed your practice routine at all in preparation for the meet?
So with regards to routines, I like to leave that in the hands of my coach, Matthew Stewart. They are the same people, coaching me and then helping me with practice, and then I'm really performing. So it's pretty much the same workout. Maybe for outdoor it's gonna change, but for now it's the same. So my routines haven't changed going into the NCAA National Championship.
Well, they're working, so I guess that's all that matters. Yeah. Back in October of 2019, you were a part of your home country, Ghana's 4x1 meter relay at the World Championships, running the second leg as a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
That's amazing in itself. But to top it off, you ran your season best of 38.24 seconds, and you were running alongside American Olympic athletes such as Justin Gatlin. What was that experience like?
Looking at that, going into the race, I didn't know I would have to meet those great athletes. So, it's a relay, and they can run any leg that they want. So I got to where I'm supposed to run, that's the backstretch. And then I saw Johan Blake, Justin Gatlin. In fact, these are people I used to see on the TV. And then now I have the opportunity to run alongside them. For some minutes, I was focused on them. I was just looking at them because I had not seen them in real life.
Yeah.
So I was just focusing on them. But, we are just there for business. So I had to, focus on the race, and then. But looking at these things, it motivates me. I mean, looking at where I got to in the World Championship. I mean, if not in the relay, I could one day run a time that I could run individually with these same people. So basically, it gave me a lot of confidence, practice very well and then get faster times, and then sometime in the future I get to compete against them.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't doubt it. I'm sure that that's definitely in your future. That just has to be, that's like so unreal to me. I'm talking to somebody who was running alongside Justin Gatlin. Crazy. How did you get into the sport of track?
So back in senior high school, I used to play soccer, and then, soccer involves a lot of sprinting. So my PE masters saw I could, run, and then they were like, we have an athletic competition coming up. Would you want to run for the school? I was like, yeah, I can. I mean, it sounds fun. So let me just go in there and then run for them. And then I did very well. I mean, after that, I had to compete for the school in other athletic events, which I was doing well. And then I had scholarship to go into the University of Ghana to go run track too. So that was where, I fell in love with track, and then here I am. I felt it was more individual, and then I could perform better than me being in soccer. So that's it.
It's amazing how you can go from doing one sport to doing a completely other sport.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. You're ranked 17th in the world as we speak. You had emerged as an Olympic hopeful for your home country Ghana in the sprints after running the 100-meter dash at the 2019 Ghana's fastest human competition.
Yeah.
You've won the gold medal at the 2019 African Games, as well as won the Gusa 100-meter on 2 occasions. And I'm certain that the list could go on. How do you keep yourself so humble?
In fact, that's a very difficult question for me to answer. I mean, how I stay humble, I think it's more natural. I get that a lot from people that, with the stage I am in my athletic career, how do I still have to humble myself and all? But I know one thing for sure, that, to get to the top, we are humans and you need other people to push you through to get to the top. And then I'm not going to run track all of my life. So I definitely have other goals I'm aspiring for. So outside the track, so I need these people. I need to respect these people in order to, achieve the goals that I've set for myself. So I just have to, tolerate people, listen to people, be respectful as ever, so that I could get to whatever goals that I've set as I try.
I think you answered that question beautifully.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you run the same events in indoor as well as outdoor?
In the outdoor, I run the 100, 200, and the 4x100.
You're stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a preference, indoor or outdoor?
I like the outdoor better because I always want to run the 100 meters. That's the race I prefer. So I'll choose the outdoor over the indoor.
Yeah. Considering your strong athletic ability, I'm sure you've had offers from other schools. Why did you choose WT?
I chose WT because I felt I had to return a favor. Not just that, because I trusted the coach here, who was Matthew Stewart. As bad as I was running back then in Ghana, I was running like a 10-7, he still had interest in me. He was like, I have the talent and I could develop under him. That aside, Abraham was here. Abraham was under the assistant coach, that's Coach Gibson, and he was also developing. So I was like, these are great guys. I mean, I've seen Abraham developing, so I could also get here and then develop. Of course, there were other offers from D1 schools, but that came later on when I was really performing. When my time had dropped from a 10-7 to a 10-3, that was when, they were all over that they wanted me and everything. So I felt like, no, I mean, this guy trusted in me, knows I have the talent, knows I could run better when I come under him. I have to return the favor. I mean, I just have to come here. And for sure, Abraham is developing. Why don't I come here so that I develop? And then here I am now running good time. So I thank you for, trusting in me and then bringing me here in WT.
Yeah, that shows character.
Yeah.
Because not many kids would choose WT, a D2 school.
Yeah.
If D1
D1,
schools we're
twos.
looking at them.
Yeah.
You can develop anywhere, just like
Yeah,
you said.
exactly.
Doesn't matter. It's easy to get caught up in your sport, but who would you say you are beyond the athlete?
Beyond the athlete, as I always say, I'm not going to run track all of my life. I have other aspirations in life aside track. I'm an animal science major looking to, be a veterinarian. And then aside that, I'm a very cool person. I like to play soccer as my hobby.
Yeah.
It's something I used to do. So once I'm not doing the track, I have to play soccer
Yeah.
just for fun. So I'm very cool. I'm very jovial. That's basically about me. Yeah.
I like that mindset that you have, that there's life after track, because there is.
Yeah.
You truly inspire me. You're an athlete who's good enough to go pro, but chooses to pursue their education and compete at the collegiate level, and that shows a lot of character.
Yeah.
So thank you again for your time. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Always a joy having you. And stay tuned for the next episode of Beyond the Athlete.
That was nice.
I think we're done.
Yeah, you're done.
That was nice. Yay!